Welcome, green thumbs and garden enthusiasts. If you're looking to turn your garden into a stunning oasis, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving into one of the most resilient and beautiful plants out there, Russian sage. This striking perennial not only adds a pop of color with its vibrant lavender blue flowers, but is also a magnet for bees and butterflies. But here's the kicker. To get those lush blooms, you need the perfect soil. Wondering what that is? Stick around because in this video, we're revealing the best soil conditions for Russian sage that will have your garden flourishing in no time. Let's get growing. Russian sage Perovskia atriplycifolia is a hardy, drought-tolerant perennial that thrives in various conditions, making it a popular choice for gardeners looking for low-maintenance, beautiful blooms. To ensure the best growth and flowering, it is crucial to understand the ideal soil conditions for Russian sage. In this video delves into the characteristics of the best soil for Russian sage, providing gardeners with practical tips and insights to help their plants thrive. Understanding Russian sage. Russian sage is a deciduous subshrub known for its tall, airy spikes of small, lavender blue flowers and silvery, aromatic foliage. It is native to the steppes and hillsides of Central Asia, where it thrives in poor, rocky soils. This plant is highly valued for its drought tolerance, deer resistance, and ability to attract pollinators. Ideal soil conditions for Russian sage. 1. Well-draining soil. Russian sage does not tolerate waterlogged conditions. Well-draining soil is crucial to prevent root rot and other fungal diseases. Sandy or loamy soils are ideal because they provide good drainage while retaining enough moisture for the plant's needs. 2. Soil pH. Russian sage prefers slightly alkaline to neutral soil with a pH range of 7.0 to 7.5. However, it can tolerate a range of soil pH levels from slightly acidic to slightly alkaline. Conducting a soil test can help determine the pH level of your soil and whether any amendments are necessary. 3. Nutrient content. Russian sage thrives in soils that are low in organic matter. This plant does not require rich, fertile soils and can perform poorly if over-fertilized. In fact, excessive nutrients can lead to leggy growth and reduced flowering. A soil with moderate fertility is ideal, and it is usually sufficient to add a balanced, slow-release fertilizer at planting time. 4. Soil texture. Sandy or gravelly soils are best for Russian sage. These soils provide excellent drainage and mimic the plant's native conditions. If your soil is heavy clay, consider amending it with sand, gravel, or organic matter to improve its texture and drainage properties. 5. Soil amendments. To create the ideal soil conditions for Russian sage, consider the following amendments. Sand or gravel. Adding sand or gravel to heavy soils improves drainage and aeration. Compost. While Russian sage does not require rich soil, a small amount of compost can improve soil structure and provide necessary nutrients without over-fertilizing. Lime. If your soil is too acidic, adding lime can help raise the pH to a more neutral or slightly alkaline level. Planting and maintenance tips. 1. Site selection. Choose a planting site that receives full sun for at least 6 hours a day. Russian sage needs plenty of sunlight to thrive and produce abundant blooms. 2. Planting depth. Plant Russian sage at the same depth it was growing in the nursery pot. Ensure the crown of the plant is level with the surrounding soil to prevent water accumulation around the stem, which can cause rot. 3. Watering. While Russian sage is drought-tolerant once established, it will need regular watering during the first growing season to develop a strong root system. Water deeply but infrequently, allowing the soil to dry out between waterings. 4. Mulching. Apply a light layer of mulch around the base of the plants to help retain soil moisture and suppress weeds. Avoid piling mulch against the stems, as this can create a moist environment conducive to rot. 5. Pruning. In late winter or early spring, prune Russian sage back to about 6 to 12 inches above the ground. This encourages new growth and maintains a tidy appearance. During the growing season, remove spent flowers to promote continuous blooming. 6. Pest and disease management. Russian sage is generally pest and disease-free. However, ensure good air circulation around the plants to prevent fungal diseases. Avoid overhead watering to reduce the risk of foliar diseases. Troubleshooting common problems. 1. Poor flowering. If your Russian sage is not flowering well, it may be due to insufficient sunlight, over-fertilization, or poor soil drainage. Ensure the plant is in full sun and reduce the frequency of fertilization. 2. Leggy growth. Leggy, floppy growth is often a result of too much nitrogen or insufficient sunlight. Avoid high nitrogen fertilizers and ensure the plant receives adequate sunlight. 3. Yellowing leaves. Yellowing leaves can indicate poor drainage or overwatering. Check the soil drainage and adjust your watering schedule accordingly. 4. Winter damage. In colder climates, Russian sage can suffer winter damage. Mulch around the base of the plants in late fall to protect the roots from freezing temperatures. Russian sage is a resilient and attractive addition to any garden, but it does have specific soil requirements to ensure optimal growth and flowering. By providing well-draining, slightly alkaline soil and avoiding over-fertilization, gardeners can enjoy the beauty and benefits of this low-maintenance perennial. With the right care and attention to soil conditions, Russian sage can thrive and bring a touch of elegance and color to your garden year after year. That wraps up our video on finding the best soil for Russian sage. Personally, I've always found that giving my Russian sage well-draining soil with a sandy or gravelly texture helps it thrive. I also make sure it's planted in a spot that gets plenty of sunlight at least 6 hours a day. This not only enhances the vibrant lavender blue blooms, but also keeps the plant healthy and strong. One of the things I love about Russian sage is how low maintenance it is once established. It doesn't require a lot of water or nutrients, making it perfect for busy gardeners or those living in drier climates. Did you know that Russian sage is not actually a true sage? It's part of the mint family, Lamiaceae, and is known for its aromatic, silver-gray foliage. An interesting statistic is that it can grow up to 3 to 5 feet tall and spread just as wide, creating a stunning display in any garden. It's also great for attracting pollinators like bees and butterflies, which can help your entire garden flourish. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you grown Russian sage before? What soil conditions or care tips have worked best for you? Maybe you've discovered a unique way to use this plant in your garden design. Please share your experiences and any questions you might have in the comments section below. Your stories and insights could be really helpful to fellow gardeners in our community. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, it really helps us out. And if you're new here, consider subscribing to our channel for more gardening tips, plant care guides, and DIY projects. Don't forget to click on the bell icon so you'll be notified whenever we upload new content. We have some exciting videos coming up, and you won't want to miss them. Thank you so much for watching, and happy gardening. See you in the next video.